Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are once again going to clean, and yes, it is a mess again. So let's get this stuff done. I've been putting it off, but I'm tired of putting it off, and honestly the house doesn't smell great because I've had dishes in the sink for a couple days. I swear to God. One of these days I will be on top of it. Yeah, right. But anyways, you guys are here to hold me accountable so I get things done. So let's just get on into the video.
Every change has a reason. Baby, let it come to you.
So I want to stop for just a second because as you guys know, or what I've said is Lee and I are now co-parenting. It's incredibly hard for me. I'm sure it's hard for him too, not having them full time. But it is, I don't want to get emotional. I just did my makeup. I don't want to get emotional. We are doing pretty good with it, but it is so hard. However, what they needed was stability. They needed to know that both of their parents love them, no matter what. While they were here, yes, we probably should have cleaned up our messes and stuff like that, but I was enjoying my time with them. We will get better because I really want to teach them to be sufficient and to clean up after themselves and to throw their trash away, put their dishes away, and help me out.
I don't know where she came from. Kinda turned me upside down. I just don't know what to do. I wanna spend the night.
We're gonna make this house smell better because, yeah.
So it smells like her perfume. Now I really get what the love songs are talking about. And I just wanna tell her how I feel, scream it out loud. Have you ever been in love?
Teaching your children to clean up after themselves is a life skill. This is not something that I realized before. I, for some reason, believed for so long that it was up to me to do it all. I had a hard time asking for help from anyone, it was just ingrained in me from very young that the woman did everything. Look at this girl, look how big she's getting. She's getting so big. My dad lived away from us all the time. He did not help around the house. He did not, he wasn't home ever. So my mom did all the cleaning, all the chores, all the cooking, all the child rearing up until, I was basically 14 and she just kind of, yeah.
Hey, listen up, I've tried to tell you this 100 times. Not getting better by lying there pretending to cry. You on repeat, you can see, cause you have closed your eyes. You say you listen, but you're missing what it's.
Because I was raised in a situation where my mom did everything while my dad worked and worked away from home and hardly even lived with us, I assumed that everything in the house was up to me.
Never stop, yeah. I try to help you, but you keep reading between the lines. There's nothing there for you to complicate, we're not aligned. You say you listen, but guessing this.
My mom did ask us to wash the dishes so often. She would fold our laundry and she'd have me take my clothes downstairs to my room. For the most part, she did it all, except for, she was kind of like me where she would put it off and put it off. The house would be messy. And eventually, if my dad was coming home, she would clean up before he came home. And I'm not saying anything bad about my dad. I love my dad. He's actually the most gentle soul in the world. I don't think my dad ever raised his voice at me. He was not around very much, but he was not toxic in any kind of way. But he wasn't exactly in our lives. So while I was a child, I saw my mom doing it all. And that's what I assumed I needed to do. My husband worked and I was the stay-at-home mom. So I didn't even ask for the bare minimum for help.
Everybody's saying that I lost my mind, but I ain't never ever given up this time. 'Cause everybody knows that I've been on the grind, but I ain't never ever given up this time. Up this time.
I just took it all upon myself. I do not want my boys to be raised that way. And I realize now that that's what I was doing. I was showing them that mom does it all. Mom cleans house, mom cooks, mom throws your trash away, mom takes the dishes, all that other stuff. But I don't want them to be that way. I want them, for when they get married, to know that they are responsible for their own messes. And helping around the house is the bare minimum of what you can do to support a partner, because a marriage is a partnership.
You can never sleep in traffic. There's living steady panic. I know 'cause I try acid.
A marriage is not one person makes all the money and works 40 hours and comes home and, gets to do whatever they want, while the woman still does all the cleaning and the childbearing and stuff like routines and bath time and bedtime and all that stuff. That's not on the mom, because we are both the parents. So that's what I want to teach my boys, because that's what I failed at. I did not recognize this. I truly believed in the traditional marriage where a woman stayed home, was a stay-at-home mom, and did it all.
I'm about to help you with your manners and respect. You get it. Just uneducated.
And you know what? I'm not even talking bad about Lee. This is what I portrayed for myself. I am the one who was like, oh, I need to clean the house. I did not ask for help, even though I was drowning, because I did not know how to.
I never listened to the critics.
I want them to know that being in any relationship, any family, any friendship, being a roommate, anything along those lines, that they need to help, because it is literally the bare minimum. I just think about my boys while I was cleaning up their messes, because I miss them like crazy, but I do not want to be that mom. I do not want to be that mom that enables them to not pick up after themselves like I've been doing. I have a hard time throwing my own trash away, yet I do it, but I'll let it sit for a while. So yeah, that's a whole other story.
Girl, it feels we're mine. We played hide and seek for.
I'm seriously addicted to learning about the brain and learning about psychology and all those things. I have been doing this stuff for about 10 years now, and I just have so much information in my brain. I feel like I got a Google degree in psychology. It's so funny because yes, I've been a stay-at-home mom, but during this entire time, I have been doing research, and because of my ADHD, I get hyper focused. So when I start learning about something, like when I started learning about codependency, because I recognized that in myself about 8 years ago, I literally spent probably 3 months doing research on codependency. That's when I started learning about narcissism, and I was so fascinated in narcissism that I still research narcissism, because personalities and finding out who we are so that we can correct the things that maybe we did not recognize in ourselves. So I learned a ton about autism, ADHD, codependency, narcissism, borderline personality disorder, bipolar, sensory processing disorder, schizophrenia, psychopathy. Like, I've just had so much information that I have just Googled and learned and watched YouTubes and binge watched, and I'm just obsessed with it all. So yeah, those are the things that I usually go to whenever I'm watching YouTube videos. I don't actually watch cleaning videos, which maybe I should, because I need that motivation, but I am obsessed with watching psychology and psychiatry type videos. I swear I would love to become a psychiatrist if it didn't take years and years of schooling to get a doctorate's degree, but oh my God, that would be my dream job if I could do it. But for now, I think just sharing the knowledge that I know that I have learned on my obsessions, I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I would eventually like to become certified in trauma coaching, which I think would be incredible for me because there's so much trauma in my life that is has affected me. So I feel like I have a lot of knowledge, and I just really want to help others that are struggling and they don't even recognize it, like with dissociation. God, I did not realize I was disassociated from my own thoughts, from my own talents, from my own ability to even be myself. I did not realize this because of trauma, because of complex PTSD, because of triggers and flashbacks and all the things. I did not see it. So spreading awareness about all of these things, about mental health, depression, anxiety, all the things. Codependency, which actually I think is a terrible word for it. I think codependency was labeled wrong a long time ago. However, there is Ross, what's his name? Ross, I'll put it here. He actually renamed codependency to self-love deficit disorder, because that's what codependency is. You have a hard time loving yourself if you have codependency. So self-love deficit disorder, that explains codependency to a T. You do not love yourself, so you rely on other people, making them happy, doing things for them, doing and being what they need and want for you to be in that moment, because you are people pleasing and just want to be loved and seen and respected. But what you're doing is you're not respecting your own self, because you do not even see yourself. You do not love yourself. You don't know how to love yourself. But I feel like this stuff is so incredibly important to spread awareness and to share so that we all can grow and learn to love ourselves. Because I literally did not start truly loving me as an individual, as a human being that has her own identity up until this year, after I turned 40. I'm actually turning 41 this month, and I can finally say that I love me. I love me. And that's huge, because I have never been able to say that since I was probably a child. So if you're struggling with that, if you're struggling with self-love, self-identity, self-respect, please stay. Please stay and learn from me. Because there were so many years that I wasted, that I did not see me. And because I didn't see me, I didn't allow the people around me to see me either. I didn't even give them the opportunity to learn to respect me. So that's why I'm here. That's why I want to share this stuff. That's why I want to open up. That's why I want to be vulnerable. Because I don't want you guys to live the way that I did. I want you guys to find yourselves and find you. Because we are worth it. We are so worth it. You are worth it. I am worth it. We deserve love. We deserve compassion. And we deserve to be seen. Gosh, dang it, I'm crying. Okay. And yes, I am a people pleaser, and I apparently have a save people complex, because here I am. But what I'm doing is I'm finding confidence in me and who I am. And by doing that, I want to share and spread it with you guys so that you can do the same. Because we deserve it. We deserve to live for us. This is our life. This is our opportunity. This is our time and turn to learn who we are, to learn our passions, to learn our mental health struggles, to heal our trauma, to process our trauma, to just be us. No matter what anybody else thinks about you, no matter how much you're judged by anybody else, no matter if even your children or your spouse are not okay with it, you deserve your own authenticity. Gosh dang it. Let's get back to cleaning. Shut up, Kristen.